In this video, I'll show e-commerce brands how to improve email deliverability so your messages land in the primary inbox and help you avoid the spam and the promotional folder. This means your email will reach more people, more customers, helping you reduce acquisition cost and maximize the power of email marketing. I worked with numerous brands to optimize their email deliverability and drive profits, and today I'm sharing the fundamental principles that will make all the difference and the most common mistakes to avoid. Stick around until the end of this video and I will provide access to this lecture so you can take immediate action and start seeing results.
So right now we're going to the lecture, deliverability training and how to avoid the spam folder. So this is a great analogy, which is the post mail analogy. Imagine you're sending a letter to a list of people and your goal is to ensure it gets into the recipient hands and not lost in the pile of junk. So think about the sender reputation as your return address. If your return address is known, trusted, like a reputable company or a clean address, the post office email provider is more likely to deliver your email to the correct person. If you have a bad reputation, the postal service might flag your mail as suspicious and disregard it. So think about your spam complaints as your angry neighbors. If too many people complain about your letter or mark it as junk, it's like your neighbors filing complaints about you constantly sending unwanted mail. The post office, the email provider, will start keeping an eye on you and might even stop delivering your letters altogether. View your list hygiene as your address verification. If you send mails to invalid addresses or people who don't want it, it's like sending letters to empty houses or people who move. The post office will notice these undeliverable letters and start treating you like an unreliable sender. View open rates and engagement, like how people respond to your mail. If your letters are interesting and well received, people will open them and read them. The postal service is more likely to trust that your future letters are worth delivering, and if people ignore them, it's like sending a mail uninterested recipients, which lowers your chances of a good delivery in the future. Email delivery refers to when an email is successfully delivered to a recipient's mail server. Email delivery refers to when an email is successfully delivered to a recipient mail server. Deliverability essentially refers to your domain and IP sending, which is essentially your credit score. If you have a good credit score, you will land in the primary tab. If you have a bad credit score, you will land in the spam folder. If you're somewhere in the middle, you'll land in the promotional tab. And our goal to make sure all of our emails hit the primary tab, not the spam folder or the promotional folder, the prime tab or the primary folder. Now, what are some factors that may affect your delivery? Recipient's email address validity. Sending emails to invalid or non-existent addresses lead to rejections and is going to impact your sender reputation. You can see that a lot with certain people with their email list. They might use single opt-in, so people might use a lot of fake emails or emails they no longer use to sign up to your email list and to get access to certain things such as a discount. But if you send emails to these emails and nobody utilizes, you're gonna hurt your own deliverability. So it's important for us to check the validity of the emails we're sending to. Lack of dedicated sending domain and proper email authentication. Shared domains. Using a shared domain can tie your reputation to other sending practices, affecting your deliverability. So we want to make sure that we set up a dedicated sending domain for our brand. Missing email authentication. Without the SPF and a DKIM and a DMARC properly set up, mail servers might fail to verify your emails as legitimate and block them. High bounce rates and unsubscribe rates and being marked as spam. A high bounce rate indicate poor list hygiene or outdated email list. Frequent unsubscribers suggest irrelevant or excessive messaging impacting sender reputation. And also constantly ending up in the spam folders lowers your sender score and reduce your likelihood of future emails being delivered. So what are some of the best email deliverability practices that we should incorporate to our email marketing to deal with all these issues, such as the recipient email address validity, the lack of dedicated sending domain and proper email authentication, and how can we deal with the high bounce rate and subscribe rate and being marked as spam? You have to set up your own own dedicated sender domain and authenticate your record. Setting up a dedicated sender domain in Klaviyo will help you improve your deliverability by establishing a trusted reputation for your emails, reducing the likelihood of being marked as spam, and ensuring that your messages reach recipients' boxes more reliable. Authenticating records like the DMARC and the SPF and the DKIM improve your email deliverability by verifying sender legitimacy and preventing spoofing and building trust with the email servers. These strengthen your domain reputation and reduce spam flags and ensures email reliable reach to recipients' inboxes. So we gotta make sure that when we set up our own dedicated domain for our brand that we're gonna send emails from, we gotta make sure that we authenticate the record. I'm gonna make a video about this later on. Next is regular list cleaning, and this is especially important for brands who've been utilizing single opt-in for a long period of time, and they may not be aware of the fact that a lot of people in their email list might be fake. They might be utilizing fake emails or emails they no longer utilize. All this is going to affect their sender reputation because they don't send to real people. We have to clean our list from people who are no longer interested in our brand, analyze engagement, and remove inactive or invalid email addresses to avoid being flagged by your email clients. Poor list hygiene can affect your deliverability. As an email provider, track the metrics like the spam complaints and the open and the bounce rate. So since you set up your own dedicated sender domain, authenticated your records, cleaned your list from useless emails and fake subscribers, now it's time to warm up your domain. I mentioned this earlier, but I'm going to say it again. I highly recommend for brands to have a dedicated sender domain as opposed to sharing a domain with other people, which will affect the reputation of your sender domain. And I'm going to make a video later on how to set up dedicated sender domain. When using a new dedicated domain, you must complete the warming up process to establish your reputation as a legitimate email sender. Warming up occurs when you send emails from a cold IP or domain, one that hasn't been used in the past 30 days or is newly registered. Ramping is the part of the warming up process, whether you're using a dedicated or a shared IP. It involves gradually increasing email volume to build a positive sender reputation. For dedicated domain and IP, this will help with the overall warming up, while for shared domains and IP, it will establish a good relationship with Klaviyo IP. The process can take up to 30 days from the mailbox providers to assess your reputation, with the performance of your open, your clicks potentially fluctuating for up to 120 days as your reputation builds up. So now you want to create engage segment. So you want to create a segment for the 14-day, create a segment for the 30-day, the 60-day, and the 90-day. This is going to be so important as we warm up our new dedicated domain, because we cannot just blast everybody in our list. We can't send emails to 10,000 subscribers. We're going to have to segment our list to smaller parts so we can start sending email, start ramping up the numbers from there. So we can't do that. We cannot do that from the very beginning. We have to take our time when it comes to sending emails to these specific segments and build a reputation over time. Not only should you send emails to opt-in contacts, but you should also focus on smaller specific segments such as the engaged subscribers, especially at the beginning of the process. If you just set up your dedicated sender domain, otherwise you risk negatively impacting your deliverability. To identify engaged subscribers, create an engaged segment and target this group when sending a campaign. And like I said earlier, you go on the internet and you can find videos where you could learn how to make different segments, which is quite simple. I could do a video later on that, but it's quite a simple process. Send to opted in recipients only. Ensure your email list is consistent of individuals who have opted in to receive communication. Keep customers and subscribers separated, as placing the order doesn't automatically mean someone has agreed to receive marketing emails. Sending campaigns to unengaged contacts can lead to higher unsubscribe rates and lower engagement, which harms your deliverability. Use double opt-in for new subscribers to confirm their email addresses and reduce invalid signups. This practice leads to a more engaged list, and if double opt-in is displayed, you need to clean your list regularly to maintain your list quality. Only send to people who will open and click your emails. We want to make sure to utilize double opt-in from now and then, because we don't want any more fake email addresses or people who are not serious about our brand, and we want a high quality subscribers, which is going to affect deliverability. Create a sending schedule. Establish a sending schedule based on subscriber engagement to avoid overwhelming unengaged contact while neglecting active ones. Using segmentation to find the right balance, optimize open rate. By maintaining a consistent email frequency, you can train your subscribers to expect your emails at a specific time, keeping your brand top of their mind. This consistency helps build trust and encourage engagement and ultimately improve your deliverability. So essentially what you want to do here is build a calendar so you know what emails you're going to send to what specific segments and what is the frequency of these campaigns and there is an email. This is very important because we want to train our subscribers to start expecting emails at specific dates, at specific time, and making them used to it till it becomes part of their day. And if we could do that, what's gonna happen eventually, this is gonna build the trust between us and our subscribers. It encourages engagement and ultimately increase your deliverability because people are opening your email, people are checking your email, and people clicking your email. Now this is a very important step when it comes to improving your deliverability. Create engaging content to boost your open rates and improve your deliverability. Brands have deliverability issue because people are unsubscribing. People do not like the content of their emails. People find their emails boring, not educational. There's no value, too much words, images. So you're gonna have to learn how to create good, high quality emails. So you wanna avoid spammy subject lines and avoid things like using all cap to advertise something, using a lot of symbols, including just one large image in your email, implementing eye-catching or spam triggering phrase like just this once, limited time only, 100% free, act now. We want to make sure that we personalize the content based on the segment, address recipients by their name, tailor the content to their preference or behaviors, and this is very important. Keep it concise, scannable. Use short paragraphs, bullet points, and sub headlines for easy readability, and use icon graph. Essentially, we want to make our emails scannable, like skimmable. We don't want them to sit there and read for our emails for 10 minutes or 5 minutes. We want them to be able to get the point of the email, where they should go, and what's the benefit of the things mentioned in the email very quickly. You want to use social proof, include reviews, testimonies to build trust and authority. Make sure you want to add a clear call to action. Make the desired action obvious. Shop now, download the guide, learn more. Place your call to action in strategic places in the email. So preferably, you want to make sure that you have a call to action at the beginning. When they open the email, they could see it clearly. And you want to have a call to action at the end of the email so they know where to go. Balance images and text. Avoid image heavy emails as they may trigger spam filters. Aim for at least 500 text characters in each email to improve deliverability. If needed, include contact info, disclaimers, or unsubscribe link, fine print. Always use alt text for images to ensure accessibility and to provide descriptions if the images fail to load. Now you want to also make sure that you monitor your deliverability, which is very important. You gotta understand what numbers are great and what numbers are proficient, what numbers need room for improvement, and what numbers are critical. So keep this in mind as you attempt to fix your deliverability. Track the key metrics: open rates, click rates, bounce rate, and spam complaints, so you can gauge your sender reputation and the inbox placement. Regular monitoring helps identify issues early on and improve your deliverability. Use Klaviyo Deliverability Hub to analyze your performance and diagnose issue. So the earlier we could see the problem, quicker we could deal with it, which is going to lead to us having a better deliverability in the long term. So you want to make sure that you monitor your deliverability. This is how you're going to achieve the perfect deliverability in 6 weeks. First to third week, turn off all flows beside the welcome, the browse abandon, the cart and the checkout abandon, and the post purchase flows. These emails usually have a high open rate, which is going to improve your deliverability. Other emails such as the sunset flow, you want to turn off these type of flows. We're going to turn them on later on. You want to make sure you set up a new dedicated domain. You want to make sure that you clean your list and only use double opt-in. Now you want to create 14-day, 30-day, 60-day, and 90-day engaged segment list. Now you're going to start sending high engaging campaigns 2 to 3 times per week only to your 14-day engaged email list. On the third and the fourth week, once the open rates to your 14-day engaged list are between 40 to 50% plus, expand. And now you want to do 2 to 3 times campaigns per week to your 30-day engage list. And on week 5 to 6, monitor your open rate. Make sure you don't dip below 40 to 50%. And once your 60-day engage list is seeing 40 to 50% opens, you want to keep expanding, which is going to take us to week 6. Now only send to your 90-day engage list. Send 1 campaign per month and expand from there.
Thanks for watching, and if you found this video valuable, please like, comment, subscribe. I have more videos to come, and remember to grab the links for the lecture in the link down below. And if you're interested in speaking to me or my team and how we could help you, you could do that as well.